This video is sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier pays top dollar for your used iPhone. Get a quote, ship your phone, and get paid. It's that simple. What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar, from geeksterlabs.com. How are you guys doing today? Well, the product I have to review for you is a Bluetooth speaker that was sent to me free for review from Harman, Kardon, and today we have the Esquire Mini Bluetooth speaker. So this is a very beautiful portable speaker, probably one of the nicest looking, nicest crafted speakers I've ever had a chance to review. It's very small, very lightweight, and it is a travel speaker that you can take around with you, and it also has some other really cool features as well. But before we get into that, let's check out to see what's included inside the box. First, we have a nice leather strap right here, which is included, so you could keep this on the speaker and have it on your wrist if you want to when you're walking around and listening to music. It's kind of a nice little highlight that it includes right there. So a leather strap. Of course, we need to have the manual and quick start guide, so those are both included in there in a variety of languages. Next, we have a nice flat wire USB cable. So this is a regular USB to micro USB, and this is what you'd use to actually charge up the speaker. And of course, we have the speaker itself. And let me show you guys this presentation. Very nice right here. Slides out, looking sharp. And this speaker actually retails for $150. Okay, it's available in 4 different colors. We have the black and silver right here. There's also a gold, completely all gold. The metal and the grill is gold. They have a white grill with same color silver side right here, and then they have a silver side with copper, like a copperish color on the top. So let's do some close-ups of this speaker. So here we have the speaker, guys, and this thing is beautiful. It's a nice, sharp looking speaker. Has that, look at that chamfered edge. Look at that chamfered edge right there, just like an iPhone, you know? Looking sharp, looking nice. This is something that I think any Apple or Android, I'm not gonna, not gonna neglect the Android users because I know they have good taste as well. But this definitely has some reminiscent looks to the iPhone. So very sharp looking speaker. It's really beautiful. Very nicely crafted. I almost am afraid. I wish that it came with like a pouch or something because I would hate for it to get the sides scratched up. Look at that nice nickel. Oops, got some fingerprints on there. That nice like nickel plating, like shiny chrome looking little kickstand that's on the back right there. That's kind of nice. I'll show you how that works in a second. So we have some of the buttons right here. We'll do some close-ups of the buttons, but I just wanted to show you some close-ups of the speaker because it just looks super sharp, super nice. Definitely looks like a $150 speaker, that's for sure. And here, let me get my iPhone so you guys can compare the size. So it's almost exactly the same size as the iPhone. Now, obviously, the thickness is not the same. It has quite a bit of thickness, but the actual size that it takes up is about the size of an iPhone. So very small, very lightweight. One of the cool features of the speaker is that it actually doubles as a backup battery. So on the side right here, we have a USB port right here. And if you plug in, like, say, your iPhone cable into here, you can actually charge up your iPhone while you're listening to music. Now, it doesn't specify how many milliamps it is, so I really don't know, but they did mention that when on a full charge, it can play music for 8 hours. So I guess you can just kind of take an estimate on how much battery life you probably could fully charge an iPhone with it, but then you would definitely cut down on some of your music time. So, but it is a kind of nice little secondary feature that they did throw into there. So let's go ahead and do some close-ups on the ports. Let me show you all the buttons that are on here. So first on top here, we have the power button. This is obviously what you use to turn it on. Then we have the Bluetooth sync button. So if you need to pair it with your Bluetooth device, you'd hold on that. And then we have the pickup call button. So this actually will work as a conference speaker. So if you need to make phone calls, you want to keep this on your desk in your office, you can actually press this button here and it'll answer your phone calls. And on the side right here, we have our microphone, and it actually has a dual microphone on another spot on the other side. So it has a really good quality microphone. You can see the lights right there. Those are the LED lights letting you know how much battery life is in it while it's playing. So it'll give you a status lights on the side right there. Get to the top here, we have the volume up and down buttons. So really nice, classy looking buttons. If you press both of them at the same time, it'll mute the phone call while you're talking so they can't hear you on the speaker. It turns off the speaker. Get to the side, we have where the lanyard ties into place, so you loop the lanyard through there, and that's how you hold it in place. We have our micro USB port, and that's what we use to charge up the device. We have our auxiliary 3.5 jack here, so if you do have a device that does not work with Bluetooth, because this is a Bluetooth speaker, so it'll work with any device that runs with Bluetooth, whether it's Android, iPhone, doesn't really matter. If you don't have Bluetooth, you can just plug it right here into the auxiliary, and you can play straight into the speaker that way as well. And then we have the large USB port, and this is what you use to charge up your device. So one of the coolest things about the speaker that looks really sharp, I just love that chrome looking, is that nickel-plated little kickstand. So let me see if I can pop this out to show you guys how this works. And I'm probably doing it wrong. I think you're supposed to press the bottom right here like that, and it pops out like that. So now you have a little kickstand. So when you place it down on the table, you can listen to music with it pointed at you. So as you can see, the angle's pretty sharp, but when it's on a desk, it's actually doing a really good job of pointing straight at your face. So if you're listening to music or if you're talking on a phone call, the mic's going to pick it up real well, and you're going to hear the audio really well as well. So that's kind of cool. So I like how it has an integrated little kickstand on the back right there. Looks really sharp, really nice. So obviously, I think the looks and everything, as far as the quality of the speaker, it seems really, really well built, very solid. It does look a little bit like it would be kind of sensitive to scratches and things like that, so that's one thing to consider. But and I wish it did come with a pouch as well. But as far as the build quality goes, it does feel very solid. It doesn't feel like a cheap speaker at all. It feels like a $150 speaker. It doesn't have too much weight to it. It's probably less than a pound. And the form factor is pretty small as well, so you can keep this in your purse, in your backpack, in your bag, whatever it is, and it's easy to carry around with you. But now let's talk about the most important aspect of any speaker, which is the sound quality. So we know it looks sharp, it looks nice, but how does it sound? Well, it sounds very good. I will say that when you do crank it up full blast in a large room, it does get to muffle a little bit. The sound doesn't sound as clean and as sharp, which is usually the case with most speakers. For a small office or a single person's office, this is a great speaker that'll fill up the office space with really good sound, really good quality, as long as it's not cranked up. And I tested this out with many different genres of music, so I did some bass heavy music. The bass is not going to be super hard thumping, but I mean, for having such a smaller enclosure, I would imagine it being the case. But it was still adequate for me. I tested out some dubstep, some hip hop, some techno, things like that. It did sound very good, even though the bass wasn't crazy, which I don't think you need it to be crazy, because if you're going to be buying this speaker, you're going to be buying it to listen to a variety of music, not just bass heavy music. But when it came to jazz and indie and other types of genres of music, it sounded really good, very clean, very nice. But enough of me talking about it. Let's go ahead and test this out, and I'm going to give props to Tomas Villegas for giving me this idea. He did this in one of his videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my my high quality. I finally have a nice quality recorder, so I have an H5 recorder. I'm going to put it in front of the speaker. I'm going to play some of the music on it, some audio. I'm going to pick it up on the H5, and then I'll switch between audio picking up from the speaker and actual clean audio going into the editing while I'm editing this video. So you can see what the clean music sounds like compared to what the speaker sounds like playing it, switching between the two. So let's go ahead and do that now, and I'm going to show you guys some of the audio quality for the Esquire Mini. Alright guys, so what did you think? Did you hear all the stuff I was hearing when I was testing it out? Hopefully you did. So overall, guys, I said the sound quality is very good on the speaker, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Harman Kardon. They've been making the audio products for a very long time, and they definitely know what they're doing. And for having such a small size speaker, portable speaker, like I'm saying, for the form factor and the size, I think the audio quality is very good. Obviously, if it was a much larger speaker, the audio quality would be much better. But for the size, I think they did a really good job. $150, I think that's probably reasonably priced. Not only does it sound pretty good, but it looks very sharp and very nice, and the fact that it doubles as a backup battery is pretty cool as well. I would have liked to see them include maybe a soft carrying case or a pouch, just because it looks so nice, and you have that nice chrome nickel-plated back little kickstand. I wouldn't want to get that all scratched up and dinged up, so I would want to do something protective, but I guess you could always get your own little pouch to do that and keep it in your backpack or your purse and make sure it doesn't get scratched up. But either way, guys, really good product from Harman Kardon. I appreciate them sending this out to me to review for you guys. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, make sure you post them down below. I read each and every single one of your comments in all of my videos, and I will always do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up as well. And if you want to stay up to date with all of my content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, make sure you stop by geeksterlabs.com for the latest in tech news and video reviews, and I will see you in the next video review.